So right now we're completing question 8 from 1.3, chapter 1.3. Use prime factorization to identify 4 common factors and 4 common multiples of each pair of numbers. Well, let's look at what a common factor and what a common multiple is again. Let's take the example 20 and 30. I have two numbers here, and a common factor means numbers that can go into both 20 and 30 evenly. So my factors that go into 20 and 30, well, 1 goes into everything. In this case, 2 goes into both of these numbers, as does 5 and 10. And the greatest of these is called the GCF, or the greatest common factor. The word multiple means any number that's larger than 20 and 30, and a common multiple would be a number that is a multiple of both 20 and 30. The first one of these that occurs is 60, and so this is the lowest common multiple. And any multiple of this lowest common multiple will still be a multiple of the other original two numbers. So for example, 120 is a multiple of 60, as is 180, as is 600. All three of these are multiples of 60 and are also multiples of both 20 and 30. We can use this information to help us with this question we have here. 468 will break up into 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 13. Whereas 396 breaks up into 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 11. As you can see here, we can combine our common factors and note that we have 4 common factors here. We have a 2, a 2, a 3, and a 3. These are common prime factors. So let's look for all different sorts of common factors that are in 468 and 396. Well, the smallest factor is always 1. 1 goes into everything, including prime numbers. In this case, we also have 2, because that's the next smallest, that is the smallest prime number that we have that is common to both. We also have 3. Now, as you notice, we have more than 1 2. We have 2 2's, so multiply that together, that becomes 4. I also have a 2 and a 3. That multiplied together becomes 6. I have 2 3's that when multiplied become 9. I can also look at different combinations. 2 times 3 times 3 is 12. And then 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. And 2 times 3 times 3 is 18. And then the last combination is all of the prime factors together, which is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 is 36. So the product of all of the prime factors ends up being the GCF, the greatest common factor. The other common factors would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, and 18. Now let's look at common multiples. In order to find a common multiple, I do need to find the lowest common multiple. The way I do that is we use the equation we learned in class. The lowest common multiple is equal to the greatest common factor times any uncommon prime factors that we have found. Now we notice that the GCF, or the greatest common factor, was 36. And any uncommon prime factors are the 13 and the 11 that were left over. I use my calculator to multiply all 3 of these together, and I end up getting 5,148. Now, to find other common multiples, I just need to find multiples of 5,148. So we know 5,148, and if we just add another 1 to that, 5,148, I get 10,296. If I continue this trend, I still have 15,444. And I can even look at the original one, multiply it by 10, then I get 51,480, and even 514,800. I could continue this. These are all common multiples of 468 and 396 because they're all multiples of the lowest common multiple, which was 5,148. So this is the lowest common multiple, and these are our different multiples of our original numbers. Hope that solves your problems.